Hey, what's up? Dean, Super Performance at the shop, where I always am. Getting stuff done. In the background, you can hear it's kind of a upcoming quick project. Oops. Jonathan's Ranger. I have everything plugged in underneath. Today I came in and noticed I'm an idiot, first of all, but mounted the regulator up there. And I have the return from the rail on one side. Of course, why I don't know, but I don't have a 90 for the top line. So I got those ordered. They should be here in a couple days. Then I jumped back over here and I just started going through everything. I got all the spare wires are gone. I have the relays for the fans. I decided I'm not going to try and fit them inside the box. They won't be secure in the box, so I just kind of screwed them to the side. They'll be on the back side, a little less noticeable. And I got them wired minus the battery feed because I have to use a fused battery feed. So whether I got to do like an inline fuse because there's nothing left in the fuse box as far as like a battery feed that I can use. Yeah, there's nothing left in the box that I can use for a battery feed, but I got that done. AC wires are all twisted together, so I know those go together. I think I just have to do like a binary switch. So then I started kind of going through. I started drawing up. I already put it away. I started drawing up a little bracket for the coils. So I'll get that made. Most likely tomorrow morning. The coil harnesses, they came in, they were absolutely wrong. They were 4 LS3, LS6 style coils, but is what I ordered. But they showed up and they were like LS1 style or something. They were like huge. So those are wrong. The new ones now say they're delayed. So I reordered another set that should be here like tomorrow or something. So hopefully I get those in. I'll make the bracket tomorrow, get the 2 coils hung, the spark plug wires plugged in. That'll be done. Then I plug all the coils in, get the fitting on the rail. Technically, it's ready to fire up. I cut the heater hose. I have clamps coming for all of that, so I just got to pop it off one end or the other, put all the clamps on, get that done. Blah 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 on that one. Then on Omar's Caprice, he ordered a CVF front drive kit, so that's all on 100%. Intake that he brought up, I got that on, and of course you have to, well, I had to order the ICT billet intake gaskets, and then I just used some M6 30 millimeter, I believe, or 35. I can't remember if they're 30 or 40 millimeter Allen head screws, so they sit nice and flush. Underneath, what I did, you can see that is a 6AN, and then behind it, the 3/8 inch ports are all plugged. So I'm going to order a vacuum block so that, because he's undecided on Hydro Boost or brake booster, he's undecided on all of that. So he needs to decide on that. I'll get that on. We got the coils, we got the BIM module, throttle cable. He brought the new fuel pressure regulator. We got the Terminator kit. We got the fuel filters, the gauge for the fuel pressure regulator, which will use a transducer. The Blue Truck cam swap. My first, you guess you want to say, LT cam swap. They're very different than LS's. Very different. These, you not only have to know the push rod length, you got to measure that, but you really have to measure all your spring heights. So that was fun. But I got the TIC dual springs all on. The passenger side's all together. I did the driver's side, but then realized we don't have hard lines for the fuel rails. So I got those ordered. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. I can get that back together. And then Justin's gonna tune that for us, but we use the TIC. I mean, even the push rod on an LT is very different That thing's massive. These are 7850, 80 thousandths, but that's a hefty push rod, which is pretty neat. So the gaskets, yeah, these are the push rods. Empty boxes. I have a pile of boxes that I have to get rid of. It has a Texas Speed front cover that eliminates the AFM or VVT, whichever it is. So we got that, but then I got sorry, I don't remember his name. 68 Camaro. He's doing LS, like a big cubic inch LS, possibly Pro Charged or something, I can't remember. So he brought up two Walbro, well, these are actually knockoff 525s. So I used, because that tank is not deep, I bought this Alloy Works top hat. And I'm probably gonna have to fabricate a bunch on this tank. So, and I got the Monkey Fab hoses on there. You can see how tight you can make them, and they don't kink because they're like that corrugated tube. So everything's on, all AN. That's the return right there. Supply, I'm not really sure. I would assume this is meant to be like a surge tank kind of thing, so I capped the supply, but this will give him a primary and a secondary pump. So just driving around, he has a primary pump, and then when they hammer on it, he has a secondary pump. So pretty neat piece. So I got to start fabricating on that, probably hopefully tomorrow, so I can get it done, get it out of here, back to him. And then I'll just have to cap the factory sending unit. I'll do something with that, but that kind of gives me a height on what I can use off of there. You know, I would imagine this is probably pretty close to the trunk floor. I know there's like little bump downs in the trunk floor, but I don't have a measurement for it, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'll make it work. There's enough room to fit it next to that, so that's the plan on this side, is to fit this in here, and might have to drop it down to accommodate for fitting height, and then make a sump in the bottom of it to accommodate for pump height. Very tight tank to make that work, but I'll make it work. It's not a big deal. Other than that, just plugging away. I gotta go bring the Ranchero over to another bay. It's a 67 Ranchero. There's a short on it, idling, or starting and idling. So, but I'll make a full-length video once all the parts come for that. Other than that, busy, tired, but we'll get it done. I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and leave me a comment. Have a good weekend.